Hey again, welcome to Module 2. It's Matt Heltzel and we're back. I'm excited for the 4 steps to create buyer frenzy. And really the idea behind this is, look, when you have an irresistible offer, an offer that just, when you put it in front of the marketplace, it becomes almost this weird no-brainer offer of like, it would be, what happens in the mind of somebody who buys is, man, it would be dumber for me to pass up on this offer than it would to purchase. Like, I would be a fool not to take this person up on their offer. That's what we're going for with the 4 steps to create buyer frenzy. So we're going to go through a couple of triggers that are crucial to getting someone to that place. How do you get someone to that place with your offer and with your copywriting? There's 4 main triggers, and I call them value triggers, and they're going to be crucial. If you don't have them, then there's going to be no feeling inside of the people who are reading your stuff or watching your videos that they need to do it today, right now. Okay, so these triggers are crucial. Look, I would watch this video over twice or maybe even 3 times if I were you, but we're going to dive right in. Okay, so trigger number 1 is something called immediacy, and I'm going to get right into the heart of this. With immediacy, this is what I mean. People who see your offer. Now I'm going to draw a little onion here, okay? So just imagine that these are layers of the onion. Again, I know I need art class, but just imagine that this is kind of the layers of an onion. If somebody is out here, right, and the heart of this onion is that they are fully self-actualized, okay? We talked about this in the introduction, but fully self-actualized, meaning if somebody has a goal or a desire, right, their deepest desires are at the core of this, but this is where they're at today on it, then with immediacy, you want to show or display for them the speed at which they can get their desired result, right? Immediately, they can get that desired result or feel empowered to get that desired result, right? It might not happen overnight. You might not be an overnight success story, but people just need to have a vision. This is where future pacing comes in. So if this is current day them, all right, and they sit down and they're going to read one of your emails or they're going to read an ad or they're going to see a sales page from you, they need to be able to look down the road at future them and say, you know what? I see it. I see future me, and I see me being able to achieve the result that I've always wanted to achieve. I get it. I see it. I understand it, right? And I see that it can happen quickly and easily, and this is my solution. Immediacy. There has to be a sense of immediacy built into your offer, and if it doesn't exist, people just don't feel like they need it. Super crucial. Trigger number 2, value waterfalls. Now, the next 3, so 2, 3, and 4 in this are all about removing risk from a buyer. So, for instance, there's this thing. Now, I'm going to draw a person again, right? And when you have your offer, you have your ad copy over here, there is a massive brick wall. And really, all your ad copy is doing is sort of removing brick by brick, tearing down, now let's not get into political stuff, but tearing down the wall, okay? And just removing these bricks until this wall is just demolished, right? Ad copy destroys risk. It destroys buyer resistance. That's the goal, right? And you do that through value waterfalls, meaning you make it a no-brainer. You make it too valuable, right? It's more risky to not purchase than it is to purchase. So here are a few helpful questions that you can ask in order to plug little things into your ad copy to make it have these sort of value waterfalls. Meaning, if my client or customer purchases right now, how much time and money do they save over the next 12 months, over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years? Right? So let's say that I'm a really popular software right now is something called ClickFunnels, right? They provide a service where you can go in and build sales funnels really quick. And basically their whole pitch is, look, You can spend the next 12 months trying to custom code your own website or using tools that don't work or are unreliable or hard to use and complicated, or you can use our software and just cut right to the chase and save yourself the years worth of banging your head against the keyboard, right? Don't do that. Save yourself all of that time and energy, right? And when you plug that into your ad copy, this is something that speaks directly to the heart of human behavioral psychology. We're hardwired to do that. Are they going to overpay if they go somewhere else, right? How much time could they waste by using another competitor, and what would that feel like? So if they go somewhere else, right, this is all price conditioning, right? This is all price conditioning and risk removal. So look, hey, you can go pay $497 to get a copywriting course from somebody else, or you can get our playbook here, right? So how much time would they waste going to another competitor, realizing that what Guru Bob is teaching is just a bunch of hyped up BS that used to work 10 years ago, right? And then guess what? Once you purchase his course and get into it and finally finish it, you're going to feel absolutely deflated, because you're going to realize that he's just teaching the same old stuff that you've been trying for the last decade and it hasn't worked. So rather than going down that whole nightmare of a road, why not just purchase this, right? It's even guaranteed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose. But once you so here's what you're doing with the value waterfalls. You're saying, look, not only is there an inherent value in what I'm selling or in what I'm offering you, but on top of it, right, it's going to save you all of this time and all of this wasted energy. The last question is, how much time and energy and money have you paid or invested to learn what you've learned, and how much did it cost to create? Now, I mean this from your perspective, meaning if you're trying to sell a Facebook ads course, you got 5 modules, right? Here's what you're going to say. You're going to say something like, look, I have been running Facebook ads for the last 6 years or last 6 months, and I've stayed up until 4 a.m. banging my head against a keyboard trying to figure out how to get my lead costs down. I tried everything. I mean everything. I've watched countless videos. And then one night, it was about 1:30 a.m., I cracked the code. And I tried something I'd never tried before. I thought it would never work. People, even YouTube videos, they said it wouldn't work. But they were wrong. It worked. And I couldn't believe it. And my lead cost went down by 5 times. Can you believe it? Now I'm generating leads for $2 per lead on Facebook, and they actually convert into purchases. I literally, I can't believe it, and I want to share my secret with you. So all of those hours that it took me, all of the nights where I wanted to throw my laptop off my patio of my apartment, I'm telling you right now, you can bypass all of that, right? Plus, on top of it, here's the other thing. I've already bought over $1,000 of courses from Facebook ads and went through all the gurus trainings. I know what works and what doesn't. I've been through them all. I've tested it all. So don't go around buying Joe and Lisa's and Todd's and all of these gurus courses. Instead, just learn from me. Just learn from me. See, now, right, what have you done? You've saved them months worth of time and thousands of dollars. That alone is worth getting their eyeballs on the content. But then after that, once you get them results from it, everything changes. I hope you see the power of these types of conditioning, and you need to plug these. This is like a little audible that you call on your ad copy, where you just plug these little guys in, and immediately the response rate starts to come back, because what you're doing is you're building in goodwill with your email list, or maybe you say this kind of thing in a Facebook group or to somebody in a private message, right? You position and plug something like this, as opposed to I've got the best Facebook course on the market. I guarantee it, right? You don't even have to be audacious and haughty like that. You don't have to do that, because people don't like that. What people like is saying, hey, look, I have been in the trenches. I have scraped and scrapped for everything, and here's what I've come up with, and I think you're going to love it. By the way, if you don't love it, well, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's not a big deal. Okay, so that's trigger number 2. That is those questions right there I mean, I'm telling you right now, when I learned how to ask these questions, everything shifted. All of the response for me shifted. And once I just kept putting it into practice, everything changed. And I just, this is worth the entire value of this entire course. Number 3, the trigger is social proof. Now, you remove risk from people by showing that other people love it, right? So if let's say, for instance, you're a little newer to whatever you're selling, or maybe you're an affiliate marketer and you're like, well, geez, I don't have any testimonials, I don't have proof, right? Well, here's a couple things you can do. Find reviews online, or if you're creating your own product, or maybe you can give away a free trial, right? Give away a 7-day trial, or give the product away for free in exchange just for honest feedback. Hey, are you willing to give me some honest feedback on my Facebook page with a review of this product? I think it's amazing, but I want to hear what the marketplace has to say about it before I go crazy selling it. Are you open to doing that? And you can get some social proof. Here's why. Follow me here. Here's why this is so important. When people buy stuff, one of the biggest fears in that wall of buyer's resistance is that they're going to look stupid. Okay? We all fear looking dumb for buying something. Like, I don't want to feel like I just bought a scam. I really don't. Or I don't want to buy something only to realize when it shows up it's actually just a piece of junk. Or I don't want to buy a t-shirt online because then when it shows up it's made of this crappy material and after 4 washes it's just crap, right? I just don't want to feel dumb like that. It's a waste of money, and I don't like feeling that way, right? So when you give tons of social proof about how people love you and your community, I'm not saying give income claims. Far from it. Look, in this day and age, income claims and all of that stuff inside of an offer and ad copy, I'm just telling you right now, those are not just getting feedback from regulators, but even just the normal people who are purchasing things. Sales are going down for those people, and their businesses are disappearing primarily because people are on such high alert. People just don't like that. People don't enjoy it, right? The marketplace has really spoken, and now the reviews pour in, and now people are talking, right? So what people want is to know that your community is solid, right? They want to hear testimonials about, are the people nice? Is the support team kind? Do they actually honor their 30-day? In fact, I'm just going to give you a little story. About 6 or 7 years ago, I was partnering on a product launch, and one thing that we did in our sales video, in our offer, is we sold the guarantee just about as hard as we sold the product. We actually put on the sales video, we put our personal phone numbers and said, hey, look, I don't know what we're thinking here, but this is my personal cell. And don't call me, don't text me unless you have a problem. But look, if you honestly look at what we're offering and you purchase and you think that it's just crappy and you think it's not worth the price, I want you to just send me a text message and just let me know. Send me your email address, and I'll personally go in and refund you your money. Because I believe in doing business with a smile and a handshake. That's what I believe in. And I'm just telling you guys, in that kind of hypnotic sales copy crushed. I mean, crushed. Because people were like, this guy's nuts. I mean, this guy is putting everything out there. If this guy was a scammer, I honestly can't even imagine him being a scammer. And the feedback we got from people, I never got a text message. I never even got a phone call. But I'll just tell you, putting that out there and just saying, hey, look, this is real. This is honest. And I believe 1,000%. What it does is it removes that, like, is this just some scammer guy out there or scammer lady out there who's just trying to take my money and run? No, not at all. People are raving about it, okay? Trigger number 4 is bonuses. So remove risk by pouring on bonuses. So you can give them a free consult. You can give them a free book in the mail. You can give them a free webinar. You can give them ebooks. The real trick to this, and once you learn this, you're going to see this in all of the gurus marketing who are doing a good job with this. The bonuses should be worth just as much as the product. Here's the behavioral psychology behind this. You want people who get to your offer and read your copy to sit down and then look at the bonuses and say, holy crap, I want to buy this just for the bonuses. And sometimes, if you actually listen and get feedback from people who purchase, which I do all the time, I'm asking, people will buy just for one bonus. They'll pay $7, $37, they'll pay $100 just for one bonus because it answers one question that they've been wondering. They haven't been able to find it, and they want to learn it from somebody who knows what they're talking about. This is so powerful, and do not underestimate the power of bonuses. Even if you're brand new. Hey, you know what? I'll just be real candid. I'm a little newer to the game, but what I'll do for you is I'm going to give you a free 30-minute consult if you purchase today. We'll hop on a Zoom webinar meeting. You can see me face to face, and we can go through a little Q&A. Whatever you are wondering, whatever you need help with, I'll give 110% of my energy to helping you move forward in your business or move forward with whatever, right? Utilize my product better or whatever it is. You can give them free webinar trainings. You can give them a free ebook in addition to their order, whatever it is, but giving them additional value. Pour on the bonuses. So again, you make it a no-brainer, and there's a total risk removal. And so at that point, somebody sits down and just says, my goodness, like, I would be nuts. This person has spent hours and hours and hours and hours and thousands of dollars. They bought all these courses. They're giving me a ton of bonuses. I mean, why wouldn't I buy? And that's the question. Why wouldn't I buy? There's no reason for me not to buy. Everything is lined up. That's the secret. So these 4 triggers and the way I've outlined them here, if those are embedded secretly into the offer, and my call to action to you on this module is to go back and look at the page that you purchased this from and read through the copy and notice how all 4 of these, I'm not going to go through the page right now, but notice how all 4 of these are just subtly embedded all the way through the copy at every stage. So when people come in and purchase, they're like, it doesn't make sense for me not to buy this. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. I would go to bed tonight thinking I'm crazy or there's something wrong with me that I didn't buy because it's such a good offer. That's where you've got to get with your offer. And the reason so many people who are coming through this course right now aren't getting the results that they want is because their offer doesn't make people ask that question. It doesn't make them feel like they'd be crazy not to buy their offer. All right. So those are the 4 triggers, and that is a wrap on Module 2. Watch this video 2 or 3 times maybe and just take diligent notes, because these subtle lines, these subtle questions are so powerful, and I guarantee this will change the result in terms of people engaging with you, in terms of people responding to you, and ultimately purchasing your offer if you embed them in the right way.